welcome to this edition of On Tap, presented by FCSI The Americas. I'm Wade Kaler, Executive Director. On Tap this week, we welcome a very new associate member of FCSI who just joined the family earlier this year. I love getting to know new members and can't wait to get to know her. I know everybody out there is going to love getting to know Terise as well. Please welcome the Business Development and Marketing Director at Conan and Associates, Miss Terise Urias. Hi, Terise. Welcome to the show.
Hi. So glad to be here.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. As I said in the intro, I love getting the whole purpose of this series of On Tap, and now we're in season 2, was to get to know members that are either new or people that just have never gotten the chance to meet a lot of people. So I think this is a great opportunity for not only myself, but a lot of FCSI members to get to know you. So I'm really excited about it. To get started, though, to the easy question of all is, tell me a little bit about your background. Where did you get started, and what brought you to Conan and Associates?
Okay. Well, I think it's a little bit of a unique story to On Tap in that I restarted my career at the age of 48.
Okay.
And I say restart for a couple of reasons. First reason, I think, is once I graduated from college many, many moons ago, I started in the fashion and beauty industry. And so that is where my career has been for the last 25 years. I decided to make this leap into this industry a little over a year ago, and hence kind of restarted my career. I say restart. Another reason being is because I've never really left this industry in that I work with my family's company, Conan and Associates. Parents, Michael and Joanne Conan, have been in this industry as long as I can remember, and have had Conan and Associates as a small business since 1984, so over 35 years. So I feel like I've never left this industry. I'm just kind of getting acclimated back into it now.
Yeah. So that vacuum has been sucking you in for 34 years, and finally it got you.
Oh yeah, the vacuum has done a lot of sucking. Yes. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the firm. I mean, are there certain specialties or segments that the firm specializes in?
Yeah, so Conan Associates is a multifaceted company that really specializes in the food service and hospitality industry. And we do everything from renovations to builds, really catering in all aspects of food service, whether it's a little coffee stand to full-blown college kitchens.
Okay.
And cafeterias. So we kind of do it all. And really have done so much work in K through 12, colleges, restaurants, corporations, things like that.
Okay. And of all of those projects that and this is a little bit different for you because your parents have had this for so long.
Right.
I'm going to let you go off script a little bit here on me and tell me, is in the time that you've been with them, or even going back, is there any project that they have done or the firm has done that you were really impressed by or you're really blown away by?
Oh, yeah. So we are a company in Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas is obviously blowing up.
Yes.
And has been for years. Well, Oracle came to Austin, and Oracle has been, since I have been back, and again, we've worked for so many different companies, but I have to say one of the projects I'm most impressed with is Oracle.
Okay.
I to really go into Oracle and see the most amazing job that my family did with, me still in the beauty industry, but being able to go in and see everything that they did was just absolutely amazing. Very
cool. Very cool. Who would you say has been the greatest influence on your professional life?
Oh, wow. I have to say 2 people.
Okay.
I can't leave one or the other out. And that would definitely be my parents.
Okay.
And Joanne, they have just really given me every lesson that you could possibly imagine, and taught me so much about being a hard worker and perseverance and, following my dreams and just everything. And it's just been amazing to have them as parents and to now re-enter this community and this industry has just been great.
I know I've joked about this in the past, and I've even mentioned it last year on one of the episodes, but this industry of food service really does, I joked with you about a vacuum, it really does suck you back in. I tried to leave it a couple of times. I even got into association management, which is what I do now for a living, but yet I'm still back in the food service industry with that. So it really is amazing how much you try to get out and still get sucked back into it a lot of times. But it's truly one of the most rewarding industries I think that we have in the world. It affects everybody. And I think that's what makes what you guys do so amazing. Is you're building something that most people probably take for granted when they walk in to that Oracle cafeteria or that to-go shop that's in the headquarters. They don't think about what really took to get to that point. So what's one thing about Terise that nobody would ever guess by looking at you? Like, what's one thing that if they met you, they would be like, I would never know that about her?
Oh my gosh. It's so funny. I've watched so many on taps before and I'm ask that question. One thing that people don't know about me.
Any certain hobbies or any?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm kind of an open book, but I have to say one guilty pleasure that I have that people probably don't know about me is I'm a huge street car racing fan. I like to go watch races and it's just kind of become a hobby of mine, and I love it. There's a show on TV called Street Outlaws that I religiously tape because I like to watch that. And then when they race a lot in the Texas area, and so anywhere I can get to in Texas to go watch like real drag racing, street drag racing, I go.
Very cool. Very good. That's a great one, and unique, obviously too. What's one, whether it's from here or from your previous life, what is the one marketing plan or product, or what's one thing that you've done that you're really proud of yourself, whether it's a campaign or whether it was just a certain message or whatever?
Yeah. I guess in both in my food service life as well as in the beauty industry, actually not too terribly long ago, we do a lot of nonprofit work. And so we support a lot of cancer research or the Susan G. Komen Foundation. And we do a lot of things with those organizations to give back. And recently in the beauty industry, I went to help just actually do makeup and different looks and styles and things like that for women who are going through it or survived it. And then we've done so many different walks with Conan Associates to raise money in both of those organizations too. So it means a lot to me to work for a company, whether it's now or in my past life, that really gives back to our community and organizations that are passionate to me.
Well said. Well said. So that being said, then, is there a personal or a professional mantra or favorite quote that you live by?
I mean, I live by a lot. I was named after Saint Teresa. And I think my parents just wanted to make my name a little bit more unique. And she was definitely a person that gave back constantly and never made excuses and lived a life of just giving back. And I think that would be kind of my mantra is like, get up every day, don't make excuses, like, and just get it done, get things done. So I think that's really it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What are 3 things your friends or family would say about you to describe you?
Definitely hardworking. Probably just super outgoing, and I am a hardcore risk taker, so I like to try everything under the sun.
Nice.
And kind of, it's been great, but has also I've incurred injuries because of it. So yeah.
What is when you're working, especially in marketing, and I found over the years too, like you run into a mental roadblock when things aren't quite going the right, or maybe they're going right, and then you just hit that wall. What is something that you do, whether it's a tip or a trick or something that you do to get past that mental roadblock?
That happens often because I think working with your family and working in a family business. Yes, I'm specializing in business development and marketing, and and those things come easy to me. Yeah. But when you work in a family environment, you kind of do everything. So like I do drafting with AutoCAD, and I mean, you just kind of get the full gamut of everything. Yeah. But I say that mental block that happens, and it happens quite often. I take one of my siblings or multiple of my siblings, and we get up. We get up from our desk, we get up from our computer, and we'll go on a 2-mile walk. Nice. And yeah, we talk about business and things like that, but it really helps kind of refresh us and get us started or get us restarted and more focused on what we're going to do for the latter part of the day. And it also gives you time to collaborate so that if there is a real block, you get input from other people in your family. So
when you're getting ready to travel to see a client, or maybe you're going on vacation, what are the 3 must-haves you have to pack right away?
Must-haves? Oh, yeah. Gosh. That 3 is really hard for me because I have a lot of must-haves. Okay, if I'm traveling, I have to have a good foundation. So makeup. I have to have makeup. I have to have my shampoo and conditioner. I have embraced my gray hair, and it takes a lot. You would not think it takes a lot, but when you have all gray hair, like, it's super dry, and you need a great shampoo and conditioner. And then I would say also like shoes. You have to have the best looking shoes. I can do an entire outfit around shoes, so probably the right shoes.
Well, I know that the next time I get to see you at an event, that the first thing I'm gonna have to look for now is shoes.
Yes, sure. You'll have to look at and I will have some.
Then we can figure out the outfit because of the shoes.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, that's all the major formal questions that I've got for you today. But before we get going, I figured we'd like to have a little bit of fun with you. So if you don't mind, I've got a speed round.
Okay.
So just tell me the first thing that comes to mind when we go through the next set of questions.
Okay.
What's your favorite breakfast cereal?
Oatmeal.
Okay. And is that different than when you were a kid?
Yes.
Okay.
As a kid, it was Fruit Loops.
Okay, perfect. Fancy restaurant or local dive?
Local dive, all the way.
What's a vice that you cannot part with?
Wine.
That's a good one. Any certain particular type?
White wine.
White wine, there we go.
I'm a white wine drinker, yeah.
Okay. Puppies or kittens?
Puppies, all the way. I have 2 dogs right now, 2 chihuahuas.
Okay. Do you sing in the shower?
No.
Okay.
No.
When you're stuck in traffic, and I've been to Austin a few times over the last couple of years because we were going to we were supposed to have a conference there last year, and there's certainly traffic now.
Oh my gosh.
What do you do to pass the time when you're stuck in traffic?
Oh, it's awesome. You got to do audibles. Like, I love to listen to music, but sometimes I get kind of in a rut and I'm like, I don't want to do that. So I listen to audibles. They're awesome.
Live on a moon base or live on a Mars base?
A moon base.
If you were given $1,000 to spend on your closest friend, what would you buy them?
I would buy them probably a spa day to just take care of yourself day.
Nice.
Self care.
I like that answer. Absolutely.
A big goal. Yeah.
Would you consider yourself spontaneous or a planner?
I'm definitely spontaneous, but I do like to plan. But my husband and I love to go on trips where we can just not plan and just off the cuff go on road trips.
Nice.
Like yeah.
If you were in charge of an office vending machine, what are the 3 items that must be in there?
Has to have bottled water. It would have to have M&Ms, peanut M&Ms for sure. And I would say some type of nuts, like a pecan or an almond or something of that nature.
Okay. That's straight out of Texas right there, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Would you, are you a morning person or a night owl?
I'm a morning person. Yeah.
Okay. Soft tacos or crunchy tacos?
Soft tacos. Big time. Texas is hardcore tacos. So soft tacos.
Absolutely. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke. Yeah.
All right. Cookies or brownies?
Brownies.
And in any specific type?
I like I like brownies that have nuts in them. So, anything like that.
Okay. All right. You a day planner user or digital calendar user?
Digital calendar user.
And if humans came with a warning label, what would your warning label say?
Maybe don't judge me by sometimes my mouth, because my mouth can get the better of me sometimes.
Perfect. Terise, tell me how people can find out more about you and Conan.
You can find out more about me by emailing me. Anything that you might need, I'd be glad to help you. I'm at Terise at Conan Assoc, ASSOC.com, or anything about Conan and Associates. Please go to our website. We would love to help you with anything that you might need.
Perfect. Well, that wraps up this edition of On Tap, presented by FCSI The Americas. A huge thank you to Terise for joining us today. We couldn't do these without you. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe to the show wherever you find your favorite podcasts, and make sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss an episode. But until then, cheers.